Hong Kong's flagship carrier has reported a first-half loss of $5 billion, far less than last year's. With COVID measures easing, Cathay Pacific Airways expects to increase its passenger numbers up to a quarter of pre-pandemic levels by the end of the year. Chloe Feng reports.
There is finally some light at the end of the tunnel for the city's aviation sector, as Cathay Pacific Airways posted a narrower net loss of $5 billion in the first half of the year. In the same period last year, Hong Kong's flag carrier was $7.6 billion in the red. The rebound was attributed to a rise in passenger numbers, jumping 179% year-on-year to bring in almost $2.1 billion. That boosted first-half revenue by 17% to $18.6 billion, up from $15.9 billion last year. Its breadwinning cargo flight business remained robust, raking in $13.8 billion, up 9% from a year ago, as it operated at 50% of pre-pandemic levels. By the end of the year, Cathay aims to bump cargo flight capacity to 65% of pre-pandemic level, while increasing passenger flight capacity to a quarter before COVID. The company urged the government to do more to revive Hong Kong's aviation sector.
We are calling on the government, encouraging them to issue a clear roadmap so that we can see when all of the COVID-related restrictions and constraints on aircrew as well as passengers will be removed, so that we can plan adequately and properly to build back the capacity that we're going to need to meet the demand, which will be driven by the improvement in travel sentiment.
The carrier was hard hit throughout the pandemic, especially during the city's fifth wave. With hotel quarantine reduced, the airline has jacked up fares on the Hong Kong to London route to around $20,000 because of a lack of competition and soaring demand. Chloe Feng, HKIBC.